What's up, everybody? It's Kyle, also known as the Panda Man, with another episode of Unlocking Your Inner Strength, sitting outside on this beautiful sunny Monday. We had a great weekend. We had some sports canceled on. Baseball was canceled Saturday because of the rain. It's pretty good weather here. Pretty good weather. Had a good cheat night last night, whatever you want to call it. I start with my dinner. And then, what do? I've been doing my cereal in between dinner and dessert, and then dessert. Then I go right into my longer fast. So this week, again, it's going to be a 72, and I'm playing around with some different dry fasting protocols within that. Stuff that I'm saving for those that are doing the upcoming Panda Challenge and for the Panda Diet Volume 2 book. But I'm excited about it. I think it's very sustainable, what I'm doing. And I wanted to go over today 3 lies in health and fitness, healthcare and fitness, that you can really check for yourself, either by testing yourself or observing others or checking out potentially their blood work. Now, the first 2 things that I'm going to be making some content on, just to show you that there's a bunch of nonsense that is just taught and repeated. First one, we're talking about fasting. One of the big things, let me just set my clock here. One of the big things when people have objections to it, and I get people objecting to it because food is a drug. And it's hilarious when people post on my content on it, it's not a drug. It's like, okay. Guarantee you, if you looked at those people, you can tell that food's a drug to them. And it fits the definition of a drug. But that's kind of an aside. Of course, these landscapers come right now. Hopefully you can't hear them too well. So let's think of this, though. One of the big things that I'll hear with that is that I'm going to get hypoglycemic. I get low blood sugar. Here's a very simple way to test that, because in 9.9 times out of 10 cases, it's not low blood sugar. It's withdrawal symptoms from the drug or food. Get a glucometer. You can get a cheap one at your local pharmacy. You can go to Amazon and get one. When you start feeling that, let's say you do a 18-hour fast or 20-hour fast, you know that, man, I get shaky when I do this. Take your blood sugar when you feel shaky. I will put my truck on it that your blood sugar is within the normal range. It's not low blood sugar. It is a drug, right? So we have that going on. So that's one thing you can test. And I had a client recently where his doctor told him, man, if you keep fasting, you're going to lose muscle and you're going to get weakness. You're going to get low blood sugar. I'm like, whoa, the doctors are still saying that? But it just shows you what's taught and what's repeated. This applies to everything out there. All of reality that we're told about, I hardly believe any of it. The history, everything. My point is, it's permeated into health and fitness big time. Because when you're not healthy, you're much easier to control. Really, that's what it comes down to. Why would somebody want to control you? Well, it's a battle of good versus evil. Let's look at the next one. This one will probably blow your mind. If you know anybody that has skin cancer, ask them to see their blood work. Ask them to see their blood work. I'm willing to bet their vitamin D levels were low. Now, how could you have low vitamin D levels and skin cancer if the sun causes skin cancer? Well, here's the answer. The sun doesn't cause skin cancer. It's another lie that you've been told. Complete lie. You may have noticed, may or may not have noticed, I haven't been wearing my sunglasses. These are blue blockers, and I like the way things look through them, almost like rose-colored lenses, but I have not worn my sunglasses in more than a month. I'm trying to get my eyes acclimated to the sunlight. I've got sensitive eyes. But the sun is so vital and so powerful to our health, vitamin D production. We've been told, oh, you better stay away from that big bad thing up in the sky. That's going to give you cancer. How ridiculous is that when you actually think of it? And again, just further reiterating my point, look at blood work of people that have skin cancer. They're going to have low vitamin D levels. That tells you it is not from the sun. This is so freaking obvious that I can't believe more doctors don't pick up on this. And I would love to hear their explanation of how that doesn't match up. Right? It just doesn't. Because you get vitamin D, there's T-nut. There is no alternative to the sun. You get your vitamin D, and I'm even kind of thinking against vitamin D supplements now too. Just on research I've been doing, a lot of them are made with vegetable oils and the capsules, and I just think you got to get the sun. Like, I've been out here, people say, man, you got a nice tan on your head. I sit outside when I do my work, shirtless, and sometimes I'll put a hat on when I'm getting, I can feel the top of my head getting fried. That's what happens when you don't have hair. So that's another thing. Now, here's another lie. Oh, if you want to look up some conspiracy stuff too, look up the land of Tartaria. Tartaria. T-A-R-T-A-R-I-A. Muscle loss with fasting. I still hear this all the time. I got to lose muscle. I've lost muscle. Blah, blah, blah. Have you tested it? All these influencers out there, you need to go have a recovery shake as soon as you finish training. Look, I used to do that 20 years ago. And at that time, that was kind of probably cutting edge. Now it's so antiquated. The anabolic window doesn't close till you put something in it. You're not going to lose muscle when you fast. Now, if you were Jay Cutler or Ronnie Coleman, I hate when people throw out those examples. Those are extremes of the extremes. I'm talking about the people in the bell curve. Now, I can tell you over the past, now I'm on week 3 of the Fat Shredder protocol, which I'll be taking select students through starting next Monday. The Fat Shredder edition of the Panda Challenge. Still have a few seats open if you're interested. I coach you for the entire 6 weeks. But the first week was 72. Last week was a long dry fast. And then OMAD. I train every day, multiple times a day during this. And guess what? I maintain muscle. And double guess what? As I get more defined, the muscle looks bigger. So these are like just things that are out there that seem like they make sense. When you start digging on them, your blood sugar, your people that you might know that got skin cancer, fasting and muscle loss. But once you dig into them and test everything I'm telling you to test. If you yourself have skin cancer, what is your vitamin D level? I guarantee you it's probably on the low end. Keep digging, keep being a researcher, keep being a student, keep being an inspector, because you are in charge of your life. You are the only one. Thank you for the likes, guys. You're the only one that can make the best informed decision about what's best for your health. If you keep your head in the sand and you just believe the programming, the television telling you a vision, if you believe all this stuff, you're going to wind up just like the majority of people. And if you look around, the majority of people are not happy or healthy. Don't let that happen to you. Last plug, guys. Tomorrow night, I got the free masterclass. You've probably seen ads out there. 7 biggest mistakes in fat loss. We're starting at 8:30 tomorrow night. I'll be in a deep back half of a 72-hour fast. Love to have you join. It's free. It's live. Tell you about all the mistakes people continue to make in fat loss. Then obviously, if you want to join, the Panda Challenge a week after, you'll have that opportunity at the end of that call for the remaining seats available. I'll open them up. Thanks for the support, guys. Catch you later.